All right, and welcome back in, folks. As promised, we are right here in our main event of the Go Home episode, Monday Night Raw, 2 Bad Blood. And speaking of bad, we have the badass himself, the dog, Braun Breaker in the building with a big opportunity to take on the American Nightmare in our main event. As you can see, speaking of, Cody Rhodes, his challenger for that very title, the WWE Championship, that is, Drew McIntyre, choosing to be in Braun Breaker's corner here tonight, as Main Event Jey Uso will be in Cody Rhodes' corner. One hell of a main event between Breaker and Rhodes is about to be, especially with their opponents looking on from the outside of the ring throughout the entirety of it. Definitely an unusual night here. We had a huge card stacked already. The championship match went a little bit longer than I expected, but I'm not complaining. I mean, we just saw one hell of a match between DIY and the Motor City Machine Guns on the first part of this Raw episode. If you guys didn't watch that before watching this, definitely go back and watch that. The Guns and DIY just put on one hell of a match. Motor City Machine Guns retaining the World Tag Team Championships. Congratulations to them, as always. They continue to be the absolute elite level when it comes to tag team professional wrestling on the JPG channel. That's across both rosters too, folks. The Guns are on a different level right now. And nonetheless, speaking of a man that's been on a different level as of late, the American Nightmare, the WWE Champion, Cody Rhodes, has been riding a huge wave of momentum as he prepares to defend that WWE Championship once again against Drew McIntyre after McIntyre lobbied for, I don't know what kind of rematch he thought he was going to have. He lost fair and square in Berlin, Germany, but he wouldn't stop complaining to the higher-ups, to Adam Pearce, to any of those guys before, Rhodes just said, screw it, I'll give him his championship match, beat him one more time, shut him the hell up, and I'll never want to hear from him again about the WWE Championship as long as I held this. I imagine that's what Cody Rhodes' thoughts are on the situation, but nonetheless, McIntyre gets his rematch in Sacramento at Bad Blood. And Cody looking to hopefully move forward from the Scottish psychopath. But, the real problem here is that anytime McIntyre gets a second opportunity at anything, we've seen in the past, like, he learns from his mistakes. He corrects his mistakes the next time you see him in the ring with that very same person. We saw it this past year when McIntyre had a handful of shots against Randy Orton when he was the WWE Champion. Each match, McIntyre looked like he was closer and closer to finally cracking the code, finally defeating Randy Orton, but just never put it all together. As now Breaker and Cody Rhodes lock up here. Breaker trying to be the explosive one. Cody Rhodes trying to tell him to slow it down there, kid. Chop to the chest, wake him up a little bit. Make him run the ropes as he does his impressive speeds. Rhodes once again not letting this hothead Braun Breaker get the best of him, letting cooler heads prevail, so to speak. Now sends Breaker into the turnbuckle. Look at this, Cody Rhodes now trying to explode in the corner, and now Breaker trying to go after that mistake of Rhodes. Now Rhodes a kick right to the chest. This is Breaker's second time being in the ring with Cody Rhodes, looking to, fare a little bit better this time around. Just ran his shoulder right into Rhodes. Last time Breaker was, in the ring with Cody Rhodes, he didn't have this level of momentum that he's had so far. He's coming off a big win against LA Knight last week. He's going to challenge for the Intercontinental Championship in Sacramento. Breaker's riding an all-time high right now in terms of his career. And now Rhodes is going for something there, but Breaker stuffed that attempt real quick, and now stuffs Rhodes up. Oh my goodness. Release Tiger Bomb right there. And now a huge belly-to-belly suplex from Breaker. Now Braun Breaker calling Rhodes back up to his feet. What the hell is McIntyre doing? Why the hell Did McIntyre just throw a kendo stick in the ring? And Rhodes, of course, distracting, or I should say being distracted. McIntyre doing the distracting. He knew what throwing a kendo stick in the ring would do. Breaker now attacking that leg like the dog he is. Oh, just chop that knee, and now that knee might be in a little bit of trouble. Breaker's going to smell that a mile away. He's going to smell an injury if Rhodes is trying to fake it too. And now Breaker, real huge Hurricane Rana. Look at the athleticism of this absolute specimen known as Braun Breaker. I mean, this is a man that ruled NXT for the better part of 3 years. And now look at this. Talk about athleticism, also strength. Inhuman strength from Braun Breaker. Just ragdolling a WWE Champion and Cody Rhodes around that ring. Jey Uso getting a front row seat as to what he's got to deal with when we get to Sacramento. And now Breaker once again trying to have similar success. Went for the spear. Rhodes stuffed it somehow. And now Breaker with a huge shoulder block right back into this one. Breaker letting the crowd know this is your WWE Champion. That's all you got for me. A little bit of overzealousness from Braun Breaker. A little bit of cockiness. Egotistical maniac is Breaker as of late. But now here comes Cody Rhodes firing back here. $1 Million Dream Slam from Cody. And now Rhodes trying to get Breaker to the floor, but Breaker reverses that as well. Oh, you hear that shot? I think Cody's shoulder just landed on that kendo stick or something. And now Braun Breaker with a moonsault on the floor. Standing moonsault. Just as impressive as a regular moonsault in my opinion. And now Braun Breaker. Oh, a spine buster to Cody. Spine buster to Cody Rhodes from Braun Breaker. And now look at this. Sends Breaker into the barricade. Shot right to the face. Count of 7. Rhodes about to break that count. Make sure you don't win this match by a count out. Allowing Breaker to get back in the ring is Rhodes as well. You're going to see some valiant efforts out of Cody Rhodes anytime he's in that squared circle. Just sent Breaker for a ride. And now Jey Uso, as I said, front row seat to Breaker, but watch out because here comes Rhodes. A suicide dive wipes out Braun Breaker now. Cody Rhodes finally back into this one. And now sends Breaker's shoulder first. He wants to shoulder block something. How about you shoulder block the barricade? And now Rhodes tearing apart our announce table. He's making sure we get our money's worth on the go-home episode of Bad Blood. And now Braun Breaker utilizing that count of 10 to his advantage this time. Cody Rhodes now trying to get back up to his feet. And now, oh, a jumping neck breaker. Did you see the height? The height that Breaker got on that one. And now Cody Rhodes coming back into this one. Wait a minute, off the ropes. Breaker got caught. Breaker got caught out of nowhere. Cody cutter from the second rope. Not enough. Breaker gets the shoulder out. Shoulder out as Cody Rhodes has to go back to the drawing board. Oh, look at that. Did not even know the post was exposed. Wonder who did that. Unfortunately, it didn't work for McIntyre. And the man that he favors here tonight in Braun Breaker. Breaker ate the exposed turnbuckle. He might not be too happy with McIntyre about that one. And now Rhodes trying to focus back in on the match. McIntyre has provided a number of distractions already in this match, as we knew he would. And now Rhodes was trying to send Breaker on that top rope. Look at this. Nice counter from Cody. Stuffs Breaker now. Caught him with a suplex variation. No, final cut. Shout out to his brother Dustin. The final cut hits. Is that it? No, Breaker gets the shoulder. Cody Rhodes. The more he's in there, especially with an animalistic being like Braun Breaker, really more to his detriment, because he has a huge match with Drew McIntyre in just 7 days from now, actually 6 days now. Look at this. Rhodes, though, still displaying an impressive feat of strength this late in the match. Just sent Breaker for a ride with the delayed suplex. And look at this. Breaker, wise beyond his years, rolls to the outside of the ring. Might have just fired up Cody Rhodes even more, though, as Rhodes is calling him up to his feet now. Tells the referee to move. Look at this. Throwing caution to the wind. Didn't get all of it. Got enough of it. Breaker just got wrecked by Cody Rhodes, flying in from the top rope down to the floor. Sends Breaker now into the announce table. And now it's a stalemate as he just sent Rhodes over the barricade right past Main Event Jey Uso. Definitely sending a little bit of a shot at Uso. And now look at this. Drew McIntyre says, allow me to throw Cody Rhodes back in the ring. How the hell is the referee allowing this? And now wait a minute, Cody now trying to get back into this one, but Breaker, caught the fist and now sends Rhodes off the ropes. Went for a Hurricane Rana again. Got stuffed this time. This is the fourth time that McIntyre has distracted him in this match. Referee, do something about this. Do something about this. McIntyre keeps getting in the face of Rhodes. He's going to cost Rhodes the match. Look at this. Just as I said, Braun Breaker's got him up for a military press power slam. But wait a minute, now McIntyre has the ref distracted when Breaker is trying to pin. Drew McIntyre is costing this match for Braun Breaker. Cody got out of the military press power slam because of Drew McIntyre. Let that go on record. Breaker is not going to be happy about that, man. I'll let you know that right now. Breaker is not going to be happy about, even though Drew McIntyre meant, I guess, the best at heart, sure. But nonetheless, I mean, he had that match, probably won. Went for the spear again, but again got stuffed. And now, wait a minute, Cody caught Breaker. Pedigree to Braun Breaker. A pedigree will put this one away, but no, Breaker gets the shoulder out. Cody Rhodes has tried everything here tonight to put away Breaker, even with all the distractions from Drew McIntyre. Now a top rope moonsault. Goes for the cover again, Breaker again out. The only thing we haven't seen Rhodes hit is indeed the crossroads. Believe me, I'm sure it's just a matter of time. As now look at this, Rhodes says if at first it doesn't succeed, this time he gets it. He gets the full springboard crossbody on Breaker this time around. Trying to throw him in the steps, but Breaker counters it. Now. And Jey Uso still in Cody's corner. Hasn't done anything to distract Breaker or anything. He's let Cody fight his own battles because he believes in his friend. A huge drop kick. Knocks the referee out. The ref's out. Cody's got the crossroads. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You've got to be kidding me. Now the ref's down for Cody's count. Breaker had Cody pinned earlier tonight, and now Rhodes just had Breaker pinned. What a main event, man. I'm so glad that I'm so glad that we put this on a different episode because this deserves the time that it's getting. Breaker and Cody putting out all the stops in our main event, giving us just a little taste of what we can expect when we get the bad blood. And now Cody, he said, screw it, he's tired of playing games. Almost was about to send Breaker onto the announce table. And now shot right to the apron. And Jey Uso just getting, like I said, a very, very close seat to the Braun Breaker show right now. Count of 5 wrenches at the neck of Cody. And count of 7 now. Breaker's going to want to get Rhodes back in the ring here. A count of 9. Breaker's looking to take a cheap victory out of here. You got to be kidding me. Breaker takes a cheap count-out victory and technically beats the WWE Champion. What kind of heinous, what kind of asinine stunt is that? We were having a great match and Breaker had to ruin it. Taking a count-out victory of all things. You have got to be kidding me. That's not a way to end this episode. It's not a way to end what was a stellar go-home show. Too bad blood, but man, I guess I'm going to try and end this thing on a good note. We got the WWE Championship, Cody Rhodes versus Drew McIntyre. McIntyre got involved in Rhodes' match simultaneously in this match. You got to believe that Rhodes is going to be looking for a measure of revenge when we get to that championship match in Bad Blood. And of course, Braun Breaker versus Jey Uso, the Intercontinental Championship on the line. Both those matches go down in Sacramento, plus much more. We got tremendous announcements coming up for the World Heavyweight Championship match that you should be expecting at Bad Blood. That announcement will come during SmackDown, folks. Till then, as always, thank you for joining me on another special 2-part episode, technically, of the JPG channel. I will see y'all on the next one.